go.
No, you're not. Well,
I've got the man wall up. Teams are fighting face to face. It's intense. They got the Rhine down. They're up a hero. They lose their Reaper, but they're making the kills. They got the Moira down, the Mei down. Looks like they're taking this point over. Lucio's jumping up. He can't be killed. He's dead. Zarya's dead on point. The Hanzo's running away. They might be able to clean him up. Looks like they're speeding after him. This is good. They walled him off. They got a huge stagger. That's awesome. And they want to start backing up. They have Shatter already. This is huge. He's 60% ahead of the other Reinhardt. This is awesome. They've got the Mei wall up. They don't have Mei wall anymore, and they're still safe. The shield is breaking, but a big Shatter comes in, hits absolutely nobody. It's amazingly huge. He charges the Rhine. The Rhine is down. They don't even need Shatter. You can just charge him. The Mei is inside of the team. He's dead because people are just swinging at him. Fire Strike comes through, and they're cleaning up the team. The Hanzo is again running away. Everything is cleaned up. Blue team is coming in with a Hanzo ult, though. Let's see how they're going to use it this fight. They have been making use of the Mei wall, but the Mei wall has been breaking off pretty soon. Here's their opportunity to move in, but they don't move in on the Mei wall. They in fact wait for it to break before they come in. Mei ult comes out. They kill the Rhine. Red team looks like they're cleaning up again. They're actually exhibiting some very good target focus. They're looking at the same people. This is really good. Look at them go. They're almost charged to another Shatter. Blue Rhine still hasn't built his first Shatter. They now have Grav Dragon, though. This could be a really big ult, though. So we're looking to save the Baptiste Immortality or the beat. The Mei wall comes out. It doesn't need anything. The Grav comes out. Hanzo ult coming through. Grav Dragon. They have the Immortality. But people still die through it because it's on the wrong side of the board. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Also, these guys are very loud. I should probably turn this down. I'll do that after. Charge on the Rhine. Shatter comes through. It's the 4-person Shatter. Beat comes through. They're running in. Mei ult comes out. Completely misses the team. Red team is collapsing now. Reaper ult comes out. They're just killing it. They're just wiping everything. That was a huge Shatter coming in from Carp. His 4-person Shatter. That was perfect. Grav comes out, keeping the people away from point. Shatter comes through. Rhine comes down. Blue Rhine's first Shatter. He charges in. The Rhine is in the back line now. Looks like they're going to be able to finish him off. Mei wall comes out. They've actually gotten the stall. Lucio solo beats on points so that he can keep the point. They're moving back towards him. They're actually splitting up a lot now. Red team is all over the map, and it's causing them to fall. They split up, and blue team takes advantage of it. That's actually a huge play. Did the Lucio need beat? Maybe, maybe not, but it worked. They got onto point, they split up the team, and they were able to pull them apart. Blue team doesn't have any ults, red team doesn't either, but they're coming up on Mei ult. If they can make this Mei ult count, they can snowball the rest of the game. The wall comes out, charge, Rhine's dead. This is a huge pick. Mei freezes Rhine, but they're going to be able to keep walking through. Grav comes out. They don't have the dragon to follow up on it, though. They're only 62 dragons, so nothing comes from the Grav. Mei comes down. The Mei ult comes out. This is good for grabbing the last couple people that are hanging around. No more stalling. The Rhine comes through, but he doesn't have ult, so he's going to die pretty quickly. Mei ult comes out. He can't even touch. Poor guy. Quality plays. I'm going to turn these guys down, though. Alright, let's see. Alright, hello, Midwatch132, how's it going, my guy? Not actually playing today, I'm just casting some games. There is a 1-minute delay so that neither side can cheat. So it's going to be a delay before I can interact with you, but I am reading chat. just casting some games today. I have a couple friends playing this game, so I thought it'd be fun to like cast it. You can hear comms in the back. Hopefully the volumes are decent, but we'll see. So the blue team running out with the Orisa Sigma. The Orisa's on the other side of point. Blue team is split up immensely. The Mei is inside of the team. Crowd inside of the team. They do follow up on it. Mei is down. They managed to find the Baptiste. Sigma and Orisa are still on opposite sides of the point, not even playing together. Lucio's in the back line. They managed to get Red Reaper, but they clean up the Sigma. Now they're just walking into the team. There's nothing they can do unless Hanzo lands an infinite number of headshots here. They're just rolling these guys. There's nothing they can do. It's just Lucio on point. They are splitting up a bit. Someone could get picked here. The blue team could pull it back next fight. There's a sneeze. Bless me. No ults come through. No kills come through. They're holding up. Sigma shield is broken. Is blue team coming through main, or they come through? Looks like they are coming through, right? Yep. And now the team is playing together. This is really good when you're doing a bunker comp. It's always good to play together. They got the Orisa down early. Huge Mei wall. Their Reaper's down, though. Both team missing one. It's a 5v5. Blue Mei wall comes out. They're kind of on both sides of it, but they stabilize using their ability. That's good. Blue team is starting to move forward. They managed to take down Mei. Hanzo comes out, cleans up the dragon behind the wall. That was perfectly executed. Probably not on purpose, but it was really well done. And now they're just cleaning up the last few people. That was really big. The Mei walls that fight were impeccable. If the pick didn't come through after the Orisa, then that fight might have been winnable for red team, but it didn't come through. They do have Mail. They don't have any other ults. They have Beat coming online, so they're going to use Beat probably to counter one of these. Mail comes out early with the huge pull. This is an amazing combo. Beat comes out, but people are frozen anyway. Immortality is out, but people are going to die outside of it. Lucio's down. They're just collapsing on them inside of the Hanzo. And Hanzo got another ult. That was really fast. Good on him. Looks like they're cleaning up these last few people. Their Orisa dies, but the red team is dying here. If they regroup quickly, though, they actually have 2 picks here. It's a 4v4 right now. This is doable. Shatter comes through under the shield somehow. They get the Sigma. Immortality comes out, misses the Sigma. Hanzo's on left side. He might set up a crossfire here. Red team is running through. They look like they're going to be able to clean up these guys. The Reaper ult comes out, but he dies instantly. Bongo from the blue team. They've got the damage boost, but red just has numbers. I think they're going to be able to wipe these. Lucio might be able to come with a stall here. Looks like he's going to get frozen, though. He's coming down pretty quickly. Lucio's getting frozen. He's still stalling, though. That's a good 10 or 15 seconds from the Lucio. Sigma's coming through. Is he going to touch? Mei walls off her own team. They can't touch. That is unfortunate, but it looks like a really good hold there. Lucio's picked. It's a 6v5, although they still have someone coming back from spawn. This could be doable. I remember you enjoyed playing my Portal 2 map for speedrunners, and you gave me some advice for the second part I made it. Can I send links here? I'll get the links from you in a minute. You can actually send them to me on Discord. I'm not going to be playing Portal today, but I will play them at some point soon. I'll see if I can get my co-op partner. A bunch of ults coming out. I have not been paying attention. They've got ults all over the place. Zarya's frozen. Blue team looks like they're collapsing. Red team is falling. They've just got Mei Reaper on point. They got some stall here. They're probably going to die, but they do have a bit of stall. As long as they're dying on point, this is good. They've got some time. They're up to 85%. This is actually pretty good for them. 86%. I'm a liar. Blue team only has the Hanzo ult. He is charging this pretty fast. Red team is coming in. They've got a lot of ults online here. They're coming up on 5 ults. They only don't have grab. This can be pretty huge for red team. They only need to win 1 fight, and they have 5 ults. The only thing they need to... Immortality comes out early. They don't have Immortality. This is really big for them, actually. Mei ult could be huge right now. They kill the Ryan. That's a free Shatter. Shatter comes through. Gets absolutely nobody. It's massive. Can the Mei ult come out? Mei ult comes out. Who's it going to get? Immortality comes out from the red team. We've got Baptiste frozen, a few people frozen. Lucio's dead to the Mei ult. It's just Hanzo and Mei on point. Mei might be able to kill the Zarya here, but it looks like they're cleaning up the Hanzo. Mei doesn't get the Zarya, but she is stalling. It's 99% now. The beat comes out. It's a 3v1, and we beat it anyway. They're backing off, though. They are going to have a few percent to group up here and come in. It is definitely doable from the blue team. It's going to be difficult, but they do have some key ults coming up. Here we only have Reaper ult and Window coming in from the blitz side. Blue Lucio grabs the point. He gets the stall. Immortality comes out from the blue team. And I think Maywall blocked the Shatter. That's actually huge. The Hunzel comes out, they have a pick. It's 6v5 for blue team. They're coming through, and they don't have Immortality. They get the Rhine, though. Rhine is just smacking things left and right. I can't really see what's going on here. May is in the back freezing people. Reaper comes out and gets a few kills. They managed to clean this up. Even though they're all over the point and have 0 target focus, they managed to kill everyone on the point. Absolutely brilliant. Red team running the Lucio Brig now. This is really interesting. They do have the self-sustain from the May and the Reaper, but I'm worried about the Rhine not having the support he needs. Although, if you're running a really brawly comp, the idea is that you run onto them fast, you take them down quick. You don't have the sustain. Although they're running the Baptiste now, which is still pretty brawly because Baptiste and Lucio both have the AoE. Are they coming out for a pause? Someone? No, they're coming forward? Okay. Coming out left side, they're going to play around the jump pad, apparently? They probably shouldn't go high ground, because if you have a Rhine, there is really no reason to play high ground. They don't. They stick on the low ground. This is good. The Rhine is split up from the Reaper. They have a Pharmacy against the May Reaper. This is going to be really difficult for Red Team. Pharmacy is really good against this. I'm interested to see how they deal with this. Pharmacy is just sitting above them, just pumping in damage. They don't really have a... Baptiste drops into the blue team. It's big. There is some target calls being made. No one's dying right now. The Lucio is antied. They got the May split up from the team. They're kind of walking away from each other. Immortality comes out to keep the Baptiste alive. It's a 4v6. Immortality is down. Looks like people are dying. Baptiste is down. Now they're going to start staggering. They are feeding a bit of ult charge here. They're not going to be able to get out of this alive. And they're not going to get the point. So it is a bit unfortunate to feed the ult charge, but that's okay. They can still come back from this. They just need an answer to the fair. Looks like they're coming out with a McCree. This can actually be really big. I've heard amazing things about this Cranster McCree here. I've heard that he was dominating contenders last season. I'm ready to see how he handles this Pharmacy. No pocket or anything, but I think he can take down the Pharmacy by himself. Just headshot after headshot. I'm ready to see it. So Pharmacy is sitting right above them. Rhine is in the backline, goes for the charge over the top, and the huge shatter coming in from the skylines. It's amazing. What a beautiful play from Blue Rhine. They're just wiping up the team now. One ult invested, although they did Valk after that fight. Who knows why? You know, you don't want to question these high-level support players. They know what's what. The Valk comes out, they use Shatter, so this could be good for Red Team. They're coming up on exactly 2 ults. They're going to have Shatter soon, though, but they have both support ults, so they might be able to survive. If they can counter the barrage here, which they don't, they use Nano, though. They use Nano on the Pharah, so they invested, again, 2 more ults after they won that ult. They're going to be coming up on Reaper ult, though, although Red Team's ults just aren't charging fast enough. It's fight after fight where they aren't charging anything. Even in these fights where they are losing handedly, they're going to go for the res, though. Can they capitalize? Can they get the Mercy? He charges in. They get the res out. The Pharmacy is still alive. They managed to kill. Cranster coming in with a kill on the Pharah. The Shatter comes out, gets a 3 people. It's pretty big. They're walking in. Reaper comes through. They have the Zarya bubbles and the Immortality. Very good reactions from Red Team. They destroy the Rhine after he charges through the team. They don't destroy it. That was Red Rhine that died. Blue Rhine is the only one on the point, though. They can clean him up. As long as they don't push forward and get picked now. If they lose this next fight, though, this is key for Blue Team. If they get a pick here, this could be huge for Blue Team. As long as Red Team stays safe here, they should be able to keep this stabilized. They have some very key ults coming up online. Blue Team only working with tank ults. They have a pick on the far. This is really good. They have High Noon, Window. This is good stagger. They should move in on this. They have huge picks right now. They res the Ana. Far's coming back out of spawn right now. They can kill this Rhine. They can kill this Reinhardt. Do they kill him or do they leave him? They do kill him. This is really good. Reaper is coming in the back line looking for the Zarya. They managed to get these staggers. This is really good for Red Team. They are getting these staggers, and Blue Team is still investing. Rhine is in their back line. He ends up getting focused out. They lose the Rhine. It's still 4v3. This is still definitely doable. The grab comes out. They can kill both these people. The Mercy's dead. The May has no abilities, but they do back up. McCree is up on the high ground, getting these easy shots in. Really good positioning from this McCree here. He can capitalize when they don't have the shield. This is really good from him. They're looking at the Shatter here. Honestly, we're looking at a high noon from high ground, but I would love to see a flash play. I would love to see a flashbang from above on the Reinhardt and a slam coming through. It looks like we have the Zarya bubbles coming out early, which is unfortunate because the Sigma ult comes through. Immortality comes out early, doesn't save anyone. It's perfect. They've got, the blue team is split up. They've got Ryan Reaper in the back line. Looks like they're actually managing to get some kills, even though they're split up all over the place. Reaper is just reaping. He is taking down red team like they never expected it. He just walks right through and he cleans everybody up. Without that immortality, without those Zarya bubbles, it's really hard to survive with those squishies when you have the Reaper in your backline. So it's important to keep those key abilities for saving people. Charge comes through, gets the ball, takes it down. It's a 5v6. It's not looking good for red team here. Beat comes out from red team. They have the Ana, they have the Mei, they have the Mercy. Doomfist is popping off. With the beat, he's able. McCree ulting on the front of point. With that beat, the Doomfist was able to pop off. That was really well timed beat. It got at least 2 people. The Doomfist came through. He got some key picks, and they managed to clean that up. They only need 1 fight to win here, but red team has 0 ults coming up online here. Blue team is going to have mailed. This is going to be really difficult for red team, but it is certainly doable, especially if they can get an early key pick. Maywall comes out. They don't have the Maywall for this fight. Ball is rolling through. Looks like he's trying to charge Ryan. Doomfist coming from the skylines. They've got the immortality out. Doomfist looking for an early pick. Lamp is down. Mei uses her ult. Now this could be huge for blue team. 3 frozen from the blue team. This is absolutely massive. The huge Mail coming out. And they don't have the Zarya anymore. They don't have these key support abilities to be able to keep people alive. This is really unfortunate. They made the switches to get back to point fast, and that means that they don't have the sustain abilities that they were playing with in the beginning. They were playing really well. It's just a blue team... Oh, all of blue team just left. We had some really good plays coming out from the red team. And on that first map on Oasis University, they were looking dominant. They had a really good team focus. It was actually looking really, really good. Unfortunately, in the later matches, they started splitting up some more. They didn't have quite the same focus as they did before, but they were managing to win quite a few fights. They made the key swap to the McCree. The Cranster McCree was popping off. They managed to take him down quite a few fights, but I think blue team, whether they tried to or not, they had really good ult rotations. They were managing to stagger the team left and right. They were winning fight after fight. Even though they were over-investing, they had 2 ults for a lot of fights. They did manage to kill them quite a few games. I'm going to try and turn this down a bit more. Where is Discord? There it is. Alright, looks like we're coming up on King's Row here. I'm excited to see if they're going to run a typical meta or if we're going to see some classic Ryan Zarya coming in. And if they do run the Ryan Zarya, do they opt for the Ana or the Baptiste? I've seen both picks be very popular. Sometimes they have the Moira. It really depends. So I'm excited to see what red team is going to pull out here. I've heard they have an absolutely dominating Rhine Zarya. Carp on the Rhine, you know, I've heard a lot of Rhine players are dominant on King's Row. You know, you hear about Super, you hear about Bumper, but honestly, this Carp guy, I've heard even better things about him. I'm excited to see them play some dominating Rhine Zarya on this map. I really hope they don't run meta. I'm gonna be very sad if they do, but I kind of feel like they won't. We're going to see red team coming out on defense first, it looks like. Let's see how they're going to set up here. Now, a key thing about playing King's Row is that you can see the point from the spawn. Oh, they are attacking first. So here's a little tip for you guys. If you hide behind the hotel here and don't peek out, then the other team can't see your team comp. But if somebody hops up on the ledge here and people are walking out from the hotel, they can start to see your characters. They have the Winston up there. I don't know if they're running the Winston or if they're just scouting here. But you can look to see. So, as a tip, do not go past the hotel to show your team comp. Looks like they are running Orisa Winston. Really interesting with the Ana Mercy. I am really interested in this. Unfortunately, we don't see the Carp Rhine coming out. This is the best Rhine map in the game, and we're seeing the Carp Orisa. In fact, Orisa Zarya. Orisa Sigma, we're seeing the double shield come out. I'm really sad that we're seeing meta here, but you know what, it happens. The Rock comes out, it hits absolutely nobody. It's massive in the spawn. They're rolling out, they have the double shield coming out. They use Fortify and the shield. The Sigma shield is broken. They don't have any shields up, but Immortality comes out early. If they can capitalize on this could be huge. Orisa shield comes out, they're breaking the Sigma shield. This could be really big for red team. The blue team doesn't have any defensive abilities to keep themselves up. Red team Orisa dies. Reaper's in the backline just reaping away. They have no counters to this. The Hanzo is looking at the tank still, and the Reaper is just in the backline. They do manage to get the Widow, though. This is really good. If they can group up now, they have both DPS down. They can group up now. They can walk in. They lose the Hanzo. They lose the Baptiste. They didn't group up after they got those key picks. The Baptiste all coming through. They could walk past it. If they walk past it, this is huge. If they sit in front of it, it looks like things are going to be broken. They're backing up here. They're sacrificing their picks. They're backing up and letting them regroup. This is totally okay. They don't have any of those ults coming online. They have Valkyrie. They managed to pick the Baptiste. This is actually huge. They're looking to move in. Can they use the Sigma shield to move forward? They should be using shields to move forward. Here at blue, Immortality comes out. They don't have it for this fight. This is really big. Red May is freezing the tanks, keeping them from moving forward. They're walking in here. Mailed comes out. This is really big. It's freezing the Reaper. He gets out of the line of sight, though. But they do manage to kill the Hog. They're moving on the team. They still want the DPS in the alley. Reaper is in behind now, doing some reaping again. Can they kill him? They managed to get the Widow. They don't get the Widow up high ground. She's still doing stuff up there. They kill the Reaper. The Reaper didn't get anyone in the backline this time. This is really big. It's really important here when they're running Reaper Widow for the Sigma to be placing his shield specifically to stop these DPS from getting a lot of free damage. Let's hear what else they're using. Bongo and Flux here. Let's see. Tanks are moving up. Blue shield's down. Red Mail comes out. They're freezing the Roadhog. Can they get him? Immortality comes out. It saves it. Immortality is down. They have the pull coming out. The Flux. It's a 3-person Flux. It's a 6-person Flux. Absolutely massive from Winter. Look at these Sigma plays. The Hanzo ult comes out. The team fight is already won. It was 1 on ult to go, and the Hanzo ult still comes out just for style points. The Reaper is running away. They're not going to kill him, but they did manage to get things. Hopefully the tanks move up now. They should have 1, maybe 2 on card, but usually just 1. You have the tanks move up. Sigma sitting up. I like this play from the Winter here. He's sitting up, he's taking some space for his team, and as their team starts to move forward, he can move backwards. I really like this aggressive play from Winter. They have the whole team up here. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. The Baptiste can support them. I want to see the Baptiste use high ground here so that he doesn't get more easily picked. They use window. They can start backing up here. They manage to wall it off. They want to back off here so they don't have to invest resources. They can just walk around the corner, and they don't have to worry about the Baptiste ult. They don't walk around the corner, and they die to the Baptiste ult. See, that's the key play there. As soon as you see the Reaper is slept, but the kill doesn't come through. The Hanzo is off shooting at walls. The Reaper all comes through. Immortality comes out. Key Immortality saves people. They actually managed to kill the Reaper, but it was not too late. They res the Reaper, and unfortunately the team is dead. When those key ults come through like the window, you need to be able to break line of sight. Investing resources in sustaining through it is almost never the answer, but Red team can still definitely pull through here. They have a lot of ults coming online, and what does blue have? Exactly Hog ult, and that is it. It does nothing for them this fight. Mail comes through. It's not eaten. It gets freezing both tanks. Both tanks are antied. Immortality down. Tanks are dying. Window comes through, able to get another pick through. This fight is won. They have 3 running away. They managed to stagger the Baptiste. This is really good. Can they kill the Mercy up here? The Halt misses. They still kill the Mercy. Reaper is hiding in the side here. Did they know the Reaper's on the side? Looks like they don't. Reaper is going to be coming from above here or from the side. Both work. The Reaper gets away with Wraith. Looks like they're going to be supporting him. They don't manage to pick him. Hanzo is up top. Let's see what red team does about this Hanzo up here. I want to see the Sigma Shield sitting on this Hanzo. The Hanzo gets 0 value out of high ground if the Sigma Shield is up on him. The Hog ult is coming through. He is antied. Immortality comes out. He's going to destroy the Bongo with the Hog ult. Just kidding. He's going to shoot the fortified Orisa. The Hanzo ult does come through, but the Immortality's in the back, but he walks out of the Immortality and dies to the Hanzo ult. Big unfortunate. They nano the Orisa. He's walking through. If they walk past the Baptiste ult, they get no value out of it. The Sigma Shield is not up on the Hanzo, so the Hanzo's getting free reign on top of the team. They're walking through. Immortality comes out from the blue team. Valk comes out. They have huge healing now. Big sustain. They managed to kill the Mei. This is actually really big for blue team. They're coming back with their fast spawns. This is just how last point teams work. They have the anti. Huge 3 anti. This is really big. They managed to kill the tanks here. Do they kill the tanks? They have Hanzo ult. Can we see a pull Hanzo ult coming out right now? The Hanzo ult comes out, but the Orisa is dead. They don't have the pull. The Reaper is in the backline now. What can they do about it? They don't have anything in the backline to deal with the Reaper. He is just eating. The Immortality comes out. The Hanzo is focusing the Reaper. Reaper's going to die, but the red team is splitting up. The red team is running into the blue team while the rest of the team is focusing the Reaper in the backline. Winter is still on point. He's 1v3ing. He has the support of the Baptiste. He jumps off the map. The Baptiste decided to run away. Wait, no, that wasn't the Baptiste. I'm a liar. Baptiste doesn't spawn. Big plays coming through, though, from both sides. Both sides are kind of clutching in very certain key moments. They have the Sonic out now. They can see the tanks. They're breaking the Sigma Shield. This is really good. They're looking for the pull into the Mail. I heard the call. This is really good. If they get the pull into the Mail, this could be a 1-team fight and a 1 map with 2 minutes on the clock. Immortality comes out. This is absolutely massive. They can just walk past the window now. The Flux comes out, slams a few people down. They lose 2 people. Immortality is broken. Looks like this fight is lost for red team, but they have more ults coming in online. If they can bait out that Immortality once again, they're going to have a free fight. They still have 2 minutes left. They could win the map with a minute left on the clock. This is definitely doable for red team. They have lots of ults coming up online. We're looking to see a good pull into Mei ult combo here. They need to be careful of the Reaper ult. The Reaper ult and the Hanzo ult, both DPS ults are coming up online. We need to see a key Immortality coming in from Aloha here. If we don't they're coming in with the Mail, they have the pull. Immortality comes out, they break the Immortality. Just kidding, they shoot at the people who are in the Immortality. They break the Immortality, they manage to kills come through. Hanzo comes through, key Immortality from Aloha, keeps them alive. They still have the Reaper ult. They're watching for the Reaper ult. The Immortality is going to be breaking soon. The Reaper ult about to come through. He jumps in the back line. They nano the Sigma, and in a 6v2, they manage to kill the Reaper. This is big. Diva comes out because Diva is super meta. Immortality, they break the Immortality. Valking from the top. Blue team is looking like they're absolutely desperate here. Diva's breaking. They still have the Reaper ult. If the Reaper ult could clutch here if they can support him. They have the Valkyrie out. The Baptiste dies. They managed to get the Bongo. They had the extra damage. Baby Diva's on point. Hanzo's coming from the side. Reaper ult comes through. Jumps in the middle of the team. Gets the Baptiste. Gets the Ana. Both supports down. But they can't keep the blue team on the point. Red team just barely comes through. No idea the Reaper ult was coming through, but they kept the numbers on the point. They get the long spawns. They keep the blue team off the point, and they win the map. Well done, red team. Barely managed to get it through, but you did. And with time on the clock. Wasn't even overtime. Very well done. Very well done. I'm going to turn up the volume of these actually a bit, because he is saying something very, very good to note here. He's saying, the coach was saying something very good to note, and that is you can use the halt with more combos than just alt. You can alt with Onanade, you can alt with Sigma Rock, you can halt with a lot of different combos. It doesn't just need to be alt, which is really good to note. All right, let's see what red team is. We've got the team color switching. They saw them on the lobby. They're coming out on defense now. If you don't walk past the hotel, they can't see your team come. This is actually good. They're sitting behind the hotel here. The Orisa might be peeking out. They know that they have an Orisa. The Widow is scouting up there. So the Widow knows that they haven't. They should definitely be low ground. This is really good if they can rotate their shields well. Red team is sending them back to lobby. Huge play by the red team. Absolute team wipe on both sides. That's a 12K coming in from red team. Dead Baker as the lobby host. Absolutely massive. Very interesting play. I'll be honest, I did not see that one coming. 12K before the match even started. Absolutely massive coming in from Dead Baker. So it looks like blue team is looking to run the Orisa Sigma on the defense, even though, as I said, Carp has shown amazing Rhine play since Season 18, Season 19, both of them. He's shown absolutely top-tier Rhine play, dominating even some of the best teams in this division. But they opt to run the Orisa. It's a really interesting pick, considering this is the best Rhine Zarya map in the game. But definitely understandable. They like the meta. They want to run the meta. It's good to see the Sigma shields coming out. You can block the extra damage, especially if they're running a Widow. It's actually really good if they're running a Widow, because the Sigma shield can completely cuck her. It looked like, too, they were running a Mercy Widow. If you can block off the Widow, the Mercy damage boost does absolutely nothing, which means the Sigma shield counters two heroes at the same time if you can keep the shield on the Widow. That is the key play that we're looking for from Winter on the Sigma. This is a good point. If you can pull the 3 or 4 people up in the air at the same time, landing an on-and-out on them can be absolutely huge. When you do that, even if you can't get any kills from it, you almost guarantee the Baptiste Immortality coming out, especially at a level like this. The Immortality is a good reflex, something like that. Looks like the red team is actually opting for the dive. They're switching it up. They've got the Mercy Widow coming out. This Tri-Hiden Widow. I've heard some very interesting things about the Tri-Hiden Widow. Going with the Mercy Pocket. Mercy Pocket on a Widow is a very interesting decision to make. They're running actually Dive with Reaper. I'm really interested to see how this goes. Dive with a Reaper. Again, if we can see the Sigma Shield on the Widow the entire game, it's essentially a 6v4 using just the Sigma Shield. The Widow is looking for a pick here. They're not peeking, which is really good. The Sigma Shield coming out in front of the Orisa Shield, this is not really good. The Sigma can just put his shield up there, and the Widow can't do anything at all. The Widow, the Sigma Shield could be up there. They're halting. They halt the tanks. They're backing up. They're playing around. They're looking for a dive target. Red is looking for a dive. The Reaper comes in, teleports up above. Reaper's looking for the Baptiste Hanzo. Do they manage to kill him? He gets the Baptiste. Can he win the 1v1? Reaper wins the 1v1. Absolutely massive coming from Aku. They get the anti-nade. On the D.Va, though, they're taking down the D.Va. This is... but Reaper gets Reaper gets the on as well. Reaper gets Winter as well. Oh my gosh. And Tri-Hiden gets 2 headshots, getting the Mei and the Orisa. Absolutely key from Aku on the Reaper. Getting a 3K on the Reaper. I think 4K, actually. Absolutely massive. See what blue team's going to do about this. They get the pick on the Widow. This is huge. Mercy's looking for a res. She's eyeing it, not healing her team, looking for the res. She decides not to go for it. Mei wall comes out, break the Mei wall. Mei is really good against dive if you can freeze the tanks when they're jumping on people. They almost demech the D.Va. They're freezing the Monkey. Monkey's dead. The Mercy is kind of out of position. Can they get the Mercy? They can't, but they're contesting card now, which is really good. Halt comes out. D.Va doesn't eat it. They're freezing D.Va. D.Va is going to be demeched here, probably. Widow ults from spawn, looking for the picks coming out here. If Widow can get a pick here, this might be big for the red team. The Winston jumps in, bubbles behind the card where absolutely nobody is. The tanks are looking for another dive here. The Bongo comes out. This is actually a really good play. The Bongo can keep the team back. The Reaper is in the backline again. Ana manages to sleep the Reaper. This is a really big... the Winston is nano. The wall comes out. Reaper is still in the backline. He doesn't have ult, though, so he's not a huge threat. Widow gets a kill on the Ana, and the dive tanks are actually managing to clean some people up. This is really interesting.
At this point, let's do it. Dang it.
Let's see, blue team is coming in with the Window, the Hanzo ult, and the Mailed here. If we can see a pull into, and we have the Flux as well. If we can see a pull into Flux into Hanzo ult, this could be an easy team wipe if they manage to get the Ana and or the Mercy in it. This could be an absolute team wipe. They're not going to get the tanks. I don't want to see them Flux the tanks because they're probably not going to die to this. They nanoed the Sigma, Hult comes out, Flux comes up on only the D.Va. The D.Va is being pocketed. They're shooting the D.Va. D.Va is not demeched. As I said, it's very hard to kill the D.Va Winston through the Flux. Reaper is in the back line. Reaper has the ult now. He's wraithing out so he can get back to his team. The Baptist manages to kill him. Huge play from Aloha. The May ult comes through. It's a big freeze. They pull into it. D.Va's frozen. Ana is frozen. Ana's dead. D.Va's out of mech. The Widow is still looking for picks here. The May wall coming in on the Widow. That's actually a really good play. They freeze the Winston. The May dies for it. But it's just the Widow, the Baby D.Va, and the Mercy. They can easily clean these guys up, but the Winston... Wait, who died? They killed the D.Va. Alright, they're looking for a Halt Drag in this fight. I want to see a key play. Again, I want to see this Halt on the... I want to see this Halt on the Ana or on the Mercy Widow. On either of those could win the fight. But if they don't get those, Sigma's going for the flank, not even helping his team. The Winston dives in. D.Va Bomb comes out. If only you had a Sigma shield. Immortality comes out, though. Immortality's dead, but they killed the monkey. D.Va's diving in. D.Va has no abilities in the backline. Gets demeched. Reaper coming in with the Nano Blossom from the top. Aku wiping absolutely everybody. If only they had a Sigma to counter those abilities. If only. Huge plays coming in from Aku on the Reaper. Absolutely phenomenal. It looked like a lost fight because, get this, the Winston and the D.Va both fed, but that was the plan. It was a tactical feed to distract them from the Nano Reaper coming in from the highlines. You use all of your abilities on the tanks, and the Reaper gets a free kill. The Widow now is looking for a pick. They're coming around. D.Va's up on the highline, looking for some ult charge from above. Let's see what ults are coming in. We have Bongo, we have Window, we have Dragon ult coming in. Reaper's up on the high ground again. D.Va's in the backline, no abilities. D.Va can die. She's antied in the backline. The Ana is one. Ana ends up dying. Sigma comes out. He dies for it. Can they get the squishies, though? They manage to get the Reaper. Hanzo comes through, dividing them up. The Mercy is sitting up high ground. Monkey's in the backline. Frozen. The Monkey is going to die here. Mercy's going to escape. Widow's still looking for a pick here, but very well done. The Widow actually did manage to get the May. Really good picks coming in. From Tri-Hide on the back ends of these fights, managed to get 2 on the first point and 1 on this fight. This could be key if they use this pick to get another pick. Sigma Shield coming out. This is good. Block the hook. They're running the Hog Winston, the infamous Hog Winston. Reaper's coming in from the high lines again. Is he going to be able to get a pick? Primal comes in. Reaper's in the back line. Can they do anything about the Reaper in the back line? They freeze him. He is dead. Amazing headshot. Cranster coming in with the clutch headshot. They're running the Moira now. Mercy coming in from a res in the back line. They res the Monkey. It's just going to feed more ult charge because there is no way that they win this fight. The Winston bubbles. He goes for the escape, misses his jump. He's going to die on card. The Winston May are looking for some late staggers. They managed to get the Widow here. Can they get the Ana? Probably not because they used the Halt. The Reaper manages to kill the May. Aku coming in with these key picks here. Very impressive. Let's see. Red team is going to have Nano this fight. They're coming out with the Hanzo Reaper now. The infamous Hanzo Reaper May Winston Hog. I've seen this in New Zealand contenders a lot. It's absolutely dominating both teams in the entire league. They're coming with the Nano on the Winston. Jumping in the backline. The Anti comes out. Can he clean up? The Immortality comes out to save the Orisa. Key play by Aloha. Let's see, they're freezing. They have the Mail comes out. Winston is frozen in the backline. Can they clean up the Winston? The Rock comes out. He's stunned. Absolutely everything on this Winston. Winston dies. The Orisa is dead. They traded. May's down. Moira down. They res. The Baptiste ult comes out, but a moment too late. It looks like the red team is just going to walk around the card. Absolutely astonishing play. They use the W keys and walk around the card to counter the Baptiste ult. They actually managed to kill the Ana. This is absolutely huge. See, when you only have Hog as your tank here because the Winston's dead, you don't have any moving power. They managed to kill the the Baron coming out of the corner, almost off the map. Huge play by Carb. Hanzo comes out. He goes for the eat on the dragon that is already deployed. Gives absolutely nothing. Reaper's coming in from the backline. He is going to have ult. Aku coming in from the backline. He has ult here. Goes for the ult. They have immortality to save some people, but it's unfortunately just out of range. He got 3 people from it. Aku coming in with these key plays here. It's absolutely phenomenal. See, when you use those Sigma abilities early on, when you try to shift a dragon that's already deployed, they're on the point. They managed to get the stall. This is huge. He's antied. He's going to die early. The Hanzo's up top. He just has free reign. Hanzo coming from spawn kills the Winston. They actually have a pick here. Hoggle coming out. Looks like he's almost getting pushed on the map. They have the Lucio looking for the boops. Can Aloha pull it off? He boops the Guardian Angeling Mercy. Unfortunately, doesn't get anything. The Reaper is still cleaning up here. Ball comes through. No one's dying. Absolutely phenomenal stall. Moore ends up dying. Hanzo's just not getting picks. They nano the Reaper. Reaper is looking for some key picks. The ball is antied. Aku manages to get the Doomfist. Tracer's looking for some stall here. Tracer blinks off the map. Absolutely phenomenal play by Cranster. Let's see. Riss is dead. The Monkey comes in. The Moira is antied. Goes for the Fade. Is 1 HP. The Lucio manages to heal her up, but she dies anyway. The ball is just spinning to winning. Winter coming in. Can we see the boops? Looks like blue team is dead. Absolutely dominating Aku. You know, I've heard a lot of things about the Tri-Hiden Widow, but Aku coming with the key plays. Tri-Hiden getting a total of 4 kills the entire map. Aku dominating with a 78 elimination record. Absolutely phenomenal. It is ridiculous. And the Japanese flag, which means that he is a weeb, but he's good at it. He is good at being a weeb. He's dominating. Right here, Aku's Reaper is definitely looking phenomenal. It's very interesting to me that they didn't think about counter swapping. One of the best abilities in the game of Overwatch is being able to switch to a different hero to counter something on the enemy team comp. But it seems that they opted to not counter swap and in fact keep playing the same thing. And in fact, they swapped to the Moira pick, which is arguably a worse pick than Ana because the Ana has the sleep. Which is an interesting play, but you know, obviously, I'm in no position to doubt these incredible plays. The Cranster Tracer at the end, I'm gonna say, absolutely blew me away. I've heard things about the Cranster Hanzo. I've heard things about the Cranster McCree. The Cranster Tracer, he pulled that one out of his sleeve. I absolutely did not see that coming. Absolutely a phenomenal plays. Trying to adjust the volume here so it doesn't seem like they're talking over me, but I don't want it to be too quiet so that you can't hear the comms, but I do want to be dominant over them.
I mean, like, you could do that on a situation. I do also have a training range, things
Actually, while they're discussing strategies here, I will mute it just so that it is not like they're talking over me. So, looks like... Let's see. Looks like we're coming out on the Hanamura map. Interested to see what they play here. Hanamura, definitely a better Orisa map generally, except for first point, Rhine can definitely dominate. I really want to see this Carp Rhine coming back out. They were doing really well on Oasis with the Rhine, but they've opted not to play it, even on the best Rhine map in the game. I'm interested to see if they decide to play it on Hanamura here. Rhine is definitely one of Carp's best heroes. I would love to see it, especially with a good Ana. Personally, myself, I don't know, any phenomenal Anas that would be looking to pocket him super hard. In fact, through like a 20-game win streak. But it's definitely doable if they decide to run it. Let's see what the comps are coming out. We're coming out with the Rhine Carp. Absolutely amazing. We're gonna see it on the first point here. With the Mei, this is actually really good. Playing with the Mei while looking for those short range charges is really, really good. Really good strategy to do, but what's happening here? I always forget the keybinds. There we go. Now I left him. Okay. Running with the Rhine Sigma, very interesting. See, we typically see the Rhine Zarya, but blue team says no. That is so 2019. We're running the Rhine Sigma. Looks like red team opting for the ball Winston dive with the Reaper again, Aku Reaper, and the BRXC Genji coming out. I'm really interested to see this ball rolling through. He's going to go for the back line. He's going to play from the back. They've got the Genji ball Winston dive. This is absolutely interesting. Let's see if they got a Reaper in the back line. Aku is in the back line. Absolutely nobody's shooting at him. Only the Moira. He fades out. Maywall comes out, but they can jump over it. Ryan's actually dead. They managed to get the Reaper, though. This is actually really big for them. Reaper is definitely one of the most oppressive characters in this game. They have the immortality coming out from the blue team, trying to keep people alive. Cranstar manages to get the Winston. This is actually really good. Looks like they're cleaning up here. They don't manage to get a tick. They're going for the res. They managed to kill the Mercy. Anti comes out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Even though it is a good anti from Dead Baker, it looks like they are cleaning them up still. They managed to kill the Genji. The ball actually manages to kill two. This is really big. They nano the ball. Looks like he's actually cleaning this up, and it's just Ryan left. Absolutely phenomenal stalling and sustain from the on a double. Shatter comes out, though. Looks like the Ryan might be cleaning up here. He does manage to get a couple of kills, but unfortunately it isn't enough. Huge plays from the Ryan, but even bigger plays from the Dead Baker Ana. Absolutely phenomenal stalling. He charged the nano fast, he got the big antis, and he managed to stall it out without dying. Quality plays. Red team looking for the dive again. Obviously, they don't have many good dive targets here. They're running Cranstar now on the Reaper, opting for, instead of countering, to mirror. Very interesting plays. It's going to be very difficult to play on the Mei walls here because the Mei wall really can't get anything. But the Mei does counter the ball and the Genji. You can just freeze them and there's nothing they can do. They're setting up high ground. The ball is touching point. The Moira drops first. If very interesting, the Sport drops first. They're managing their anti. The Winston's getting pretty low here, although the Mercy is pocketing him. Mercy Valve comes out, keeping everyone very nice and healthy. Aku dropping down to half health. Coming in, do we have ults coming out soon? We have the Flux and the Reaper ult. They opting not to use the ult, actually. Minefield coming out. They have no immortality for this. This is key. Blade coming out, looking for the Sports in the back. Manages... And Brett managing to kill the Blade and Genji. Absolutely phenomenal. Cranstar coming in with a kill onto Aku. Allahu on the Mercy, coming in with a double K. Nice play from Aloha, killing Allahu Aku and Dead Baker here. Really well done. They managed to pull that through, even though they opted not to use ult. See, it was looking really close there. They almost lost that. But then they made the big brain play to not use ult and just win forehead. Absolutely phenomenal plays. Really nice kill on the blading Genji from Bread there. Cranstar managing to kill Aku, getting rid of their carry early. Really good plays coming through. And then Aloha managing to get the double kill. It's an easy win. Let's see, Roadhog is flanking from the bottom. He's walking into a wall. Did the Roadhog DC? It looks like the Roadhog DC'd. Really interesting plays coming in from Daze here. I'm wondering what he's looking to do. Let's see what their ult calls here are. They did not nano blade. See, that is something very very key that you have to keep track of. They only bladed. They did not nano blade. They did swap tanks. That is good to know. When you swap, obviously you don't keep the ult charge when you swap here, so it's good to note that when they're swapping, somebody did press tab. They looked at the switch. They had the Sigma Hog. They swapped out. They do have Blossom. They don't have Valk. They just used Valk last fight. It was the first ult they used, actually. Good they note that. They do have Blossom, but they have Nano. It is very, very key to make sure you don't call when they use Nano Blade when they only used Blade. Well, let's see. Blue team is coming in with a lot of ults here. They're going to have Shatter. They're going to have Window. They're going to have Reaper ult, and they're going to have Flux. The key thing here, because they're up in ults, let's listen to the plan, actually. Freezing the Reaper is really key. That's a really good thing for the main to do. You have Cranstar and Shiranu can focus the Reaper. This will be really big. If they can kill him before he ults, they can snowball the rest of this game. 4 minutes left, but they can snowball it. Let's see, they're coming in. Daze is being subbed out for Teggy. Mid-game sub out. Teggy coming in with a Reinhardt charging back from spawn so we can get back fast. The key thing here is that blue team does not over-ult. They need to use the right ults in the right way so that they can keep snowballing the rest of this game. They're looking, let's see what else they're going to use. They're coming up on the Shatter. Reaper is teleporting into the backline. Reaper's in the backline, coming. They managed to kill the Genji, although the Baptiste is dead. The Shatter comes through. Aku jumps off the edge. Ryan jumps down to 1v1 the Reaper. Manages to kill him, actually. But the Reaper all comes through, manages to kill the Ana, and they killed the Reaper. They're freezing Ryan. They could stagger him. They could stagger for a good 30 seconds here. Do they choose to stagger him, or do they kill him right away? They kill him right away. They don't stagger him. Very interesting play. Looks like Winter, though, is coming up. So they still had... This is actually really, really good. It was really interesting how they won that fight by splitting up and taking really interesting 1v1s. But they do have the Sigma ult. They do have the Baptiste ult. They can use these ults until the rest of the game. They do have Nano Blossom. Red team has Nano Blossom. That is their win condition. If the Nano Blossom pops off and they don't have Immortality, it's going to be absolutely huge. Reaper... Cranster telling back up to his team. He doesn't have teleport. Reaper's coming in from the side. Huge anti coming in from Dead Baker. The Reaper gets nanoed, the Sigma ult comes up, the Blossom comes through, it destroys absolutely everything. Huge plays coming in from Aku. Nice nano from Dead Baker, nice anti. Dead Baker and Aku absolutely dominating these fights. It's just coming up with these specific ults. The BRXC Blade, they do have it, but they do have Winto and Flux soon. They use the ult, he gets the Blade in Genji. This is actually good. The Genji does die. Frozen is out, the Mei ult is out. Both tanks are frozen. This is really good. They boop them off the point. If they can save the Reinhardt here, this is actually a really good play for blue team. Shatter comes out, gets absolutely nobody. They're managing to kill the Reaper here. Can they kill the Reaper? Reaper's frozen. They boop, Lucio boops him away. The Reaper still does anyway. Aloha coming with the kill onto Teggy. They're looking for the freeze on the Sigma. Ball is in their backline. Manages to shoot at the wall or something. Winter coming in with the clutch. Ball stalling the point. Honestly, the Mei plays I think were really important in that fight. Honestly, the freeze on the Reaper and then booping the Reaper away so that he can't be headshotted was a phenomenal play by Bread. The melee coming in through, killing the Reaper, those were big plays. They came in with the Nano Blossom. They managed to get 2 ticks and about 3/4, but they didn't take the point. This was really big for blue team. They have neither team has ults coming up online except for the Shatter, although Aku is coming up 70% to a Blossom. What are we going to see from Teggy's Shatter here? If the Shatter is big, it looks like red team might be able to clean this up. Wall comes out. Let's see. Ryan is anti. They're focusing. They're all playing together here. Reaper's in the backline again. Can they kill the Reaper here? If they can kill the Reaper, this might be big here. They know Ryan still has Shatter. They kill the Ryan early. This is actually big. The Ryan cannot Shatter anymore. The team is splitting up. They are anti. They kill the Mercy in the back. Genji is looking for some kills. They managed to kill the Genji. They managed to kill the Mercy. Shiren absolutely coming with the clutch plays, getting a 3k that fight. They're pushing. They need to push this hard. They need to get the staggers. In fact, they could leave this Sigma up. They know that these guys have ults. They could leave them alive. They decide not to stagger them. Very interesting plays. They kill them. Oh, Carp coming in with the key calls here. These are really important things. They could have just saved a good 15 seconds, meaning they only have 15 seconds on the clock for the last fight. If they staggered the Ana, they decided not to stagger the Ana. Blue team coming with 5 ults on, but red team also coming in with 5 ults. It's really interesting to see what ults are going to be used here. Genji's looking for a Blade from the side here. They Nano Blade. Blade is coming out. The Shatter comes through. Shatters the Nano Blade. Absolutely massive. He kills the Genji. Phenomenal plays from Carp. This is what I want to see. This sort of Reinhardt play. Cranstar manages the 1v1 with the Aku. It's not looking good for red team. The Flux comes out. Is it going to kill anyone? The Baptiste is healing. The Bail comes out. It's right on point. It gets... And he freezes the Rhine during the Shatter. Phenomenal plays from Sharon out and him. He freezes. Cranstar coming in with a Blade. Gets up. He still manages to get the Sigma. But red team is absolutely decimated. Phenomenal plays. Phenomenal plays. A huge play. He 180 shatters the Nano Blade Genji, kills the Genji. 1 ult for 2. No team wipe allowed. Genji is absolutely cut. Phenomenal play from Carp. Then Sharan throws the Blizzard onto point, manages to freeze the Rhine during his shatter. Absolutely amazing plays coming in from these guys. I love what they're doing here. I love what I'm seeing, and I want to see more of it. I want to see more of this Carp Reinhardt, and I want to see more of this Sharon Mei. It's absolutely phenomenal plays. Alright, looks like they're opting for the Rhine Zarya instead of the Rhine Sigma. I like this because the Sigma gets 0 value in a Rhine Sigma comp. They're opting for the Zarya. This gives the Rhine a lot more pushing power. It gives them the ability to get in swing, which means A, your Reinhardt can survive longer, and B, you can charge Shatter faster. This can actually be really, really good. I want to see that. We haven't seen the Winter Zarya yet today. I don't think. Maybe we have, and I just forget because I have retrograde amnesia. But we will see the Winter Zarya coming out. Brett on the Lucio, Aloha on the Baptiste, Sharon on the Mei. I really want to see this Mei. This Mei Reinhardt combo is absolutely dominating. We'll see. We've got Tegi on the Zarya. We're switching up the tank combo. We got Tegi on the Zarya. Ilifi on the Sigma. Sigma Zarya. Really interesting comp. But they are also running the Mei. Blue Mei wall comes out. Gets absolutely nothing. Red Mei comes out. Gets absolutely nothing. The healing aid coming through. Baptiste healing the people up. Ryan shield is broken. They have the Sigma shield up. Zarya bubbles come out. They're looking for the Mei here. Sigma is frozen. Cranster manages to get a 2k. Cranster is frozen, though. He manages to wraith out. Can't get killed. They manage to kill the Mei. They're just walking on. They leave. The Ana is in behind. If they can actually stagger the Ana, no, they kill her right away. That's actually probably good because she might have staggered and stalled the point a little bit. Really dominating plays. Really nice play from Cranster jumping into the backline. Looks like Aku is opting back for the Reaper, going on this Reaper. Actually, he was in the Reaper. I don't know what I'm talking about. But Cranster is showing like he's the alpha male. Looks like they're running the infamous Hog Sigma. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's see, Cranster's coming in from the top. Immortality comes out. We've got the Zarya bubbles already used. Charge comes through. Manages to charge on the Immortality. Kills it. Red Immortality coming out. Tegi's on the point. It looks like he's not going to last long. Cranster cleaning up here. Aku manages to get Sharon in, and he's dead. But it looks like blue team is not going to survive here unless Aku manages to get a pick. There's no hope for the blue team. Absolutely dominating. I Love You Fee comes out for the ball, going for the stall. Ball in the stall. Swing to wing. Swing to, Cranster comes through, hits absolutely nobody, actually manages to kill the Lucio, who's coming in at the last moment. Mei looking for the stall. Mei manages to use her abilities because she's a good hero. Doesn't die on point. Immortality comes out. She cryos in the Immortality for extra sustainability. She is getting frozen in the backline. She has no abilities left. Looks like she's going to die. Reaper is ulting from the middle of the team. Manages to get the Lucio. They only have one tick. They're calling to focus on the Reaper, but only two people are shooting at him. Reaper does manage to die. Mail comes out, freezing anyone who tries to touch a point. Dead Baker can't do anything on the Lucio. Ball gets frozen, and it's absolutely a team wipe after only about 2 minutes of gameplay. The wall comes out, and he Maywall's in spawn. Really nice wall from Sharon Ananu coming out. These are really good Mei plays. I absolutely love when the Reaper's being called in the backline, and only the Reinhardt turns around to look at him. Really, really good plays. Really good plays. Having no target focus. Let's listen in and see what the team is saying here.
Probably to try to get the high charge, but we were kind of ready for that by just running over everything. So you can't have high charge if you're dead. Alright, Dorado.
I need to drink water.
Alright, Dorado attacked, so
I do want to see this car for Reinhardt.
no worries.
I like seeing this. I'm going to turn the volume back down so that I can make sure I'm heard over these guys. My throat is starting to hurt a bit, but that is okay. I'm still going to be yelling anyway. Let's see. We're seeing the Tri-Hide and Widow again. I'm really interested to see how they're going to play the Widow on this map. There are a lot of high cards on this map that you can use, unlike King's Row. Tri-Hide did manage to come out with the key 4 kills over the entire game. I'm really interested to see if he's going to outplay his previous 4 eliminations. They're coming out with the Reaper, or with the Roadhog Orisa, looking for these hook combos, which is actually not super strong against Ryan Zarya, but here's the key thing. Winter is not on Zarya. He's on Ball. I'm really interested to see how the ball is going to play out here, considering that the Reaper wants to be in their backline anyway. It almost seems like the ball might be helping that. Looks like we're going to see. Does the ball go for the backline boop, or does he play with the team? Oh, it looks like they do switch to Zarya. They're playing Ryan Zarya. This is actually really good. Ryan Zarya is pretty damn good against Orisa Hog because the shield moves with the Reinhardt, so it's really hard to get a hook. They can move past the shield. The Ryan shield is breaking, goes for the Fire Strike, 20% all charge, looking for the charge on the Orisa. He is dodges the fortify. Ryan manages to die. Cranster is in the backline looking for some kills. Wraith's out. Looks like blue team is kind of dominating here. Cranster manages to kill the Orisa. They are rezzing though, manages to res it up. Blue team is 6v3 here, 6v2. Immortality comes out to make sure nobody dies here. Dead Baker used to be on support, and BRXCE used to be on. They did waste the Coalescence. That is good for them. That is true. They're switching up people actually. Dead Baker was on support before, and BRXCE was on DPS, so they are switching it up, which is really interesting to me. Doing some role swaps, but this is really good. So we don't have any ults coming online except for a window soon for Aloha. Nothing else. Zarya bubbles come out early. Unfortunately, there's nothing that you can do with that. They have everyone back up. The Orisa shield breaks is really good. If they have a bubble for the Reinhardt now, this can be key, keeping the Ryan in the fight. They managed to bubble the Reaper. They still are walking in. Tryhard manages to get a kill, landing his first headshot of the week. Phenomenal plays. Cranster manages to outsnipe the Widow. Moira looks like she's running away. Lands the charge on the Moira. Really nice plays coming in from Carp. Looks like they're pulling the Orisa back. Really interesting, they aren't going for any halt hook combos. When you have a Reaper flanking, or a Baptiste playing high ground, or, they have a really aggressive, Winter is a really aggressive Zarya, you can be using these halt hooks to focus these people out. But it seems instead they're opting to use these abilities for not getting kills, which is absolutely really interesting plays. Looks like the shield is breaking already. Zarya bubbles are already out. Bubbles are broken early. They have the bongo. They need to be very careful here. The Ryan might be taken out early. Ryan is down. B comes out just a hair too late. Looks like people are dying. Coalescence coming into the backline. Coalescence in the backline. Aku comes in with a few kills. BRC does manage to kill Winter with the Coalescence in the backline. You'd hate to see it, but it does happen. Cranster teleporting out, doesn't die, which is pretty good. Dead Baker manages to stagger the May. Really unfortunate. They're going to lose a few seconds off of that. Baptiste runs for the health pack. Unfortunately, not here to heal his team. They go for the hook on the wall. It misses, unfortunately. Hanzo's up on high ground now. What are they? So try hide and swap to the Hanzo. They are going to have Reaper ult this fight. How are they going to counter Reaper? We have Reaper ult ourselves, and Red Team also has Mail. Can they use either of these to counter? Mail comes out. They're freezing the fortified Orisa. Absolutely nobody gets frozen. He cryos anyway, and walls, even though nobody's there. Really good plays coming in from the May. Reaper ult in the backline. Manages to get the Baptiste. The Mercy Valks and gets the res in the backline. Blue team coming in with the kills. Unfortunately, we didn't see anything coming out from the May abilities. It seems like Hanamura is a much better map for the Sure and May. It seems like Dorado is not his specialty. We have Shatter, Window, Grav, and Blossom coming up. Hook comes out, hits the shield. Zarya bubbles are coming out. Can we get some aggression? Shatter comes over, hits the Orisa shield. Phenomenal. Window comes out, Wall comes out. Huge grab coming in, but the Hoggo comes out to back people up. The Cranster coming in, Blossom from the top and Window from the front, getting everyone. Team is actually entirely wiped except for the Hanzo. Hanzo's up high ground. Both DPS are up high ground. They might be able to get some key picks here. Blue team can get some picks. They might actually be able to win this next fight. The Aku gets staggered. Absolutely phenomenal. Good shooting. Good right clicks coming in from the May. They might be able to stagger the Hanzo here too. They might be able to stagger the Hanzo. Can they get the Hanzo? They do get the Hanzo. And maybe if the Moira, they do get the Moira. They beat, even though the fight is already won 3 kills ago, but they do manage to pull through. Aku looks like he's going to escape, but they do manage to get the rest of the kills. That was really good, actually. The May and I think it was the Baptiste, or the May and the Reaper taking the 2v2 in the or the 2v1 and then the second 2v1 in the backline, managing to get some early picks, Made it a 6v3 right off the bat. Really good plays. They hook the Reinhardt, gets absolutely nothing out of it. Shatter comes through, gets 3 people looking for some kills. They manage to trade some tanks here. Orissa's down. DPS down, though. Getting some big trades. Wall comes out. Wall's off the Reaper. They boop the Res away, or the Mercy just flies away from it. Res does not come through. Mora's looking to get some all cheers. We have the Val coming out. Aloha does have a window here. I would like to see Aloha jump up high ground and use the window to kill the entire team by himself. The Male comes through, looks to freeze. A Reaper is in the back line. They manage to install the card. The fortified Orisa does not get frozen by the Male. Something the May did not account for. Aku in the back line manages to clean up, gets a 3k in the back line. Nothing to deal with him. This is really unfortunate for Red Team. But it looks like there might be a C9ing. Days in the back line. The Mercy comes in with the res. It's just Aloha, and he dies. Aloha with the 4k. They need to be prepared for this. Either Cranster needs to be on this Reaper, or the May needs to be freezing him constantly. The supports look like they can't handle it on its own, which means they need some support for this Reaper. If the Reaper just keeps jumping in, there's nothing they can do. Tri-Haiden does have the Hanswald this fight, and they have the Orisa pull. This is key. You don't have the pull Male on the red team, but you do have the pull Dragonol on the blue team. I would like to see it coming through. It's probably going to be coming in early. We're looking for it now. Pull comes through. Hanswald coming out. The beat comes out after the pull. Cranster manages to teleport right through the Dragonol. Absolutely phenomenal. In the backline now, looking for the Moira. The Hanzo's up in the backline, looking for the Reaper. Oh, comes through again! Another Reaper. Oh no, that's Cranster. I was looking at the wrong team. Cranster absolutely wipes the team with his Hanzo playing from the backline. Cranster pulling an Aku himself. The ball is coming out here, looking for a stall. They kill a Hanzo. Can the ball touch point? The ball does touch point. The Maywell comes out. Can he freeze it? The window comes out. Looks like the May is able to freeze a Deadbaker. No, he doesn't freeze the ball. The Hogall looks like he's holding the Reinhardt. Reinhardt is down. This is actually huge for blue team. The stall coming out from Deadbaker. They can't handle the stall. The May is not freezing the ball. Instead is opting to freeze the Valking Mercy. Aku looks like he's getting frozen. He is dead. But they are coming. Blue team is coming in with the kills. Cranster coming in with a kill onto the ball. This is looking really good for red team. This is doable. Cranster coming in with another kill. Hanzo comes through, fades through it. Does he get hooked by Daze here? Does he? Or does he not? It looks like he does, but he doesn't get killed. This is actually really big. Shatter comes through, gets 2 people. Mercy is dead. Ball is about half health. Ball is dead. Charge coming through, gets the hog. It's just Moira on point. Moira fades. Moira is dead now. And red team manages to cap with 30 seconds on the clock. Really well done from Cranster there. Cranster definitely carried that last fight. He saw what Aku was doing, and he's like, I can do that too. You know, I'm just as good as this guy. So, you know what he did? He stood directly inside of the Hanzo wall. He pressed E, he teleported into the enemy backline, and he just pressed Q. Absolutely phenomenal plays. See what you do. Now, not a lot of people think about this, but Cranster, I've been told, has a very high IQ. I've heard that he's taken a lot of IQ tests and ranks very high on the IQ leaderboards. See, the thing is that even your friendly Hanzold is very difficult to see through, which means if you teleport, if you use your Reaper teleport inside of the Hanzold, the enemy team cannot actually see you. So, you teleport when you're inside of the Hanzold, they can't see you, you teleport in their backline, it's an easy kill. They don't even know you're teleporting, you press Q, you win. Cranster coming in with the high IQ plays. Looks like Cranster is going for the Hanzo this time, and it looks like we're having a role swap coming in from the blue team. We've got Bread now on the Baptiste and Aloha on the Zenyatta. Interested to see how this goes. Going for the Zenyatta. BRXC also going for the Zenyatta, except red team is looking for a dive. Tri-Haiden on the Doomfist. I'll be honest, Tri-Haiden I don't even know what he was playing last round, but it wasn't Doomfist. I'm interested to see how the Doomfist comes out. Doomfist is definitely a very doable pick on Dorado. Lots of ruse, you can do lots of tricks, lots of techs you can get around very easily. If he can dive with the tanks, they could absolutely wipe with this Doomfist dive. It looks like the ball is going in behind for a boop from behind. Let's see if the ball gets this boop. They're hiding behind the cart. They're not getting picked. This is good. Coming in for the boop. He boops them off. Absolutely phenomenal plays. Aloha. It looks like he's in a bad position. Aku comes through. The Reaper is shooting in the backline. Reaper does manage to kill the Zenyatta after the boop. Huge plays from Deadbaker with the ball boops. The May does manage to get 2 picks here, though. Phenomenal from the May. They're freezing the ball. Can they get the ball? The Reaper is coming in. They're actually... The ball manages to kill 2 with a slam and then kill the Orisa. No, Dead Baker was on support all of last game, and they lost. Dead Baker is now on the ball, and they absolutely rolled first point. He carried the first fight by knocking down the Zen. He carried the end half of that first fight by getting a 3K by himself. Absolutely phenomenal plays coming from Dead Baker. Reaper's up top now. Can they deal with this Echo? They know that he's up top. Mines come through. Now the Reaper's going to drop. Immortality is going to be going down soon. He manages to get a kill. Zen walks out of the Immortality only to die to the Reaper. Unfortunately, they are down. It's a 5v6. Aloha is down. Winston jumps in the backline. He's getting frozen. He manages to primal, though. He's hitting them around. It looks like he's frozen. Dies to the Baptiste ult. This is actually really good. Blue team Cannibal is back there. 5v4 right now. Or 5v3. I don't know where the rest of their team is. I lost track of a few people, but this is very doable. They push in. They have high mobility here, so it looks like they're not going to chase this, which is a very good decision. They're going to be playing around this wall here. They've got Carp on the Orisa again, which is really unfortunate because Orisa is fat and ugly, but they are opting to play because it is meta. Doomfist coming in from the back. They got the Immortality out. Doomfist doesn't kill anything, but they do have the Immortality. Trying actually getting pretty low. Winston coming in. Winston is in the back line. Reaper does manage to kill the Zen. The red team Zen manages to kill. They're just coming with the kills. Red team, they destroy the Bongo. Bongo comes out. Cranston manages to kill Aku, though. This is a really good play from him. Doomfist coming in, looks for the Hanzo here. Cranston could kill the Doomfist here. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Hanzo could die here, or Doomfist could die. They're taking the 1v1. They decide to back off. Cranster does still have a shot here on the DPS. They don't have much range damage except for the Zen. Cranster could get a key pick here. We're looking for a key pick from Cranster. If he can do this, they win this fight. They've got the slam on. They use the Immortality early. Big slam from Dead Baker. Got the Immortality out. Orisa Shield comes out. Aku is in the backline. Do they see this coming? They don't see this coming. Reaper ults in the backline. Kills 2 people in the backline. Sigma ult comes out. Pull them up in the air. Slam them down into the mines. Into their own mines. Reaper still killing people. It looks like the Sigma ult was not enough. Winter not coming in with the kills necessary. The ult does come out, but they have the trance out already, which means they are going to live through it. Really unfortunate. The Reaper is just dominating the backline. They need someone to be on this Reaper. Either they need the Sigma to be using his abilities to keep him out of the way, or they need one of the DPS to be watching the backline, because this Reaper is absolutely just decimating the team. Looks like the Sigma versus Doomfist here. Sigma is on the flank. He's considering dropping down, although he doesn't. He keeps the shield up on the flank rather than going main with his team. Very cool, interesting plays. Jumping over the top, shooting at the team rather than playing with his tanks. Baptiste ult comes out. Winter can't shoot through it because he is on the flank still. Shooting over the top, not playing with his team. Doomfist coming in from the back. Looks like he's going to be 1v1ing Winter. Goes for the rock, throws it up in the air, absolutely hits the wall. Showing that wall, who's boss. Ryan charges in. The bubbles are coming out. Bongo comes out. Doomfist ulting in the back line. Looks like Doomfist is looking to clean some people up. Doomfist gets a kill. They killed the Zarya. Tanks are coming in. Mailed comes out from blue team. Freezes Mercy. Freezes Mercy. Can they kill? They do kill the Mercy. Can they kill the Zen? The Zen is frozen. They don't kill the Zen. The wall comes out. They don't have wall here, but they could kill these people. They get the Zen. If they can get the Rhine here. They can get the Reaper here. They get the Rhine. Do they stagger the Zarya? They pull the Zarya. They manage to kill her, and they kill the Reaper. The Reaper doesn't have any abilities. They could clean up the Reaper here. He teleports away. They do kill him. Very well done. Very good staggers coming in from red team. Now, here's the key play. Aku is coming in with the Death Blossom. It's going to be really key that Winter eats this Death Blossom. We're going to have the Immortality, but they're going to be able to destroy it quickly. We need to see either Cranster with the headshot or Winter with the Sigma eat. We got a kill. We got res out. Kill on the Zen. They res it. Looks like May is taking a 1v3. Moira is on the flank helping the Doomfist. Moira dies on the flank 1v3. Very unfortunate. Zarya is pushing with the Rhine. DP is coming from the top. Shatter comes through. Looks like Aku's looking for his time to shine. The Immortality comes out. He fades into the backline. Reaper comes out. He manages to kill 2 in the backline. The Baptiste ult is just too far forward. They're cleaning up Winter now. Unfortunately, they don't have the people necessary to counter this Reaper. He is just dominating. I think the key plays were the Moira on the flank and the Reaper getting another 4K in the backline. Very good plays coming in from Aku. They know what he's doing. He does the same thing every time. We're just looking for how they're going to play against a Dead Baker, going with the one more or no in chat. How toxic. Just kidding, he's the lobby owner. But I am really interested to see if he is on support or if he is on tank. It looks like he was dominating on ball. They actually had no answer to ball. Now the Mei can freeze the ball, but the trick is you have to aim at the ball rather than at the rest of the team. So if you freeze the ball, you can counter him, but if you don't freeze the ball, then he absolutely rolls the team quite literally. Very good plays coming in from from Aku. Again, Tri-Hiden doing absolutely jack on the Doomfist. Not to flame him at all, but maybe he was playing more as a main tank, right? If you're playing Ball as more of a DPS, you can play with Doomfist as a main tank. He can jump in, he can make the space. He did get a pick on the Moira when she was flanking, which is a really good pick to have. In fact, his only elimination of the game, but the only one that he needs because it did win them the game. All they needed. If you can have the Doomfist focusing, someone who's flanking, the Doomfist plays backline. He's basically McCree with just wider hips, and he played very, very well. I'm going to mute myself and take a drink. I hope you are enjoying the casting so far. I was unmuted myself in Discord. Didn't mean to do that. I believe I'm muted again. Yes, I am. So, sorry I didn't see the chat. I was casting earlier. Aku, my boy. Yes, we do have an Aku. He is popping off on the Reaper, doing really well. Wait, is this gold? I just found I can't type for my life. Some of them are gold, some of them are plats. I don't think we have any diamonds. I think this is mostly around low plat. I can't see the SRs of the enemy team because all of their profiles are in fact private, I believe. All private profiles, so I don't know what SR this team is. But I believe everyone here is somewhere between gold and plat. I hope you're enjoying the casting so far. I'm going to take a break and get a drink while we listen to the comms as they're setting up this defense on Paris, the worst map in the game. I'm ready to see how this plays out.
The main choke to go back to point.
Ready for battle.
So once they push in,
I
you just keep
see.
it back.
I got you. That's pretty big.
These are the large Brian
You
stretch.
want to be on that edge to the choke, pretty far up,
Okay.
and then the TP place the TP underneath his butt. So Crane's
My voice definitely hurts. I have not spoken this much in a long time. Let's see. Alright. Blue team coming in with the Bastion Symmetra. Really interesting comp choice here. Carp on the Orisa. Still not playing the Reinhardt. They have a teleporter going back to point so they can go back if they decide to go fast. They are running the Ball Winston dive, except they have a Pharmacy this time. I'm really interested to see how this plays out. Setting up some nerves on the side. Ball looks like he's rolling through. They use the Hult already. They don't have a Hult anymore. The Pharah is looking for the boop on the team. Pharah is focusing the teleporter. Teleporter's down. They managed to kill the Winston, but the Symmetra gets picked by the Ball because Symmetra's going to the side. Bastion just spamming choke. Looks like Aku's on the Reaper again. He's on the side. I did not mean to click that. Looks like Aku is looking for an angle when his team decides to go in. They have the teleporter up. Back on point again. Pharah is spamming from the top. They have a lot of spam damage here. If they can focus the Pharah and the Reaper on the Bastion, this could be key picks. Aku coming in. Can he get the kill on the Bastion? He can. Immortality comes out just a smidgen too late, and the whole team is dead. 4 people down within a fraction of a second. Dead Baker killing the Mercy and the Baptiste. Gets both supports. Standing on the body. Absolute power play. Sitting on top of him. Res through coming in on the Zen. Unfortunately, the BAP Immortality just came out a little too late. They could not save him in time. They're sitting in the corner now. The difficult part here is going to be contesting point. The Pharaoh's going to be shooting from the top. We want to see the Orisa contesting point mostly, possibly the Sigma. If anyone else is contesting point, it isn't a waste of resources. Reaper's coming in from the back. The Baptiste must know that the Reaper is going to be flanking him. I really hope the Baptiste does not get picked from this. Looks like they're all coming from the right-hand side. Sigma or Ball goes for the slam, doesn't get picked. They're coming in fighting. They're all on point now, all spread out. Reaper's coming in the backline. They decided to sacrifice their bunker for instead playing all over the place. Very interesting plays. Destroys the immortality. Actually, is trying to get the immortality down. He does get it. They managed to kill a Reaper. Very interesting plays. How they agreed to play in the corner, but then instead opted to leave the Bastion all on his own. Very interesting plays. They are still running the dive against the Bastion, but now they have the Mei running the Shiranyo Mei again. Let's see if this is a repeat of Dorado or if we're going to see some domination like we did on Hanamura. Looks like Pharmacy is going for the flank. We see Mei on a flank of her own. We see people all over the place. Now, we have the Bastion in the other corner. We want to see the Bastion to be supported this time rather than being abandoned. Ball comes in, looks for the slam, doesn't get frozen, goes for the mine on the Bastion. Immortality comes out, saves everyone. Farah's coming in from the top. Barrage is from far away. Immortality's already down. Farah has slept. Window comes out. Bastion is cleaning up. Kills through the trance. Farah's just sitting above. The Mercy manages to kill the Farah. Very good play from Bread. Going for another kill. Very nice plays coming in from Blue Team. That was a key sleep on, or key, I guess it was a rock. I thought it was a sleep. Key rock on the Farah. That's typically not normally the play you go for. You usually go for the shield, so the Farah kills herself, but definitely an option. Farah's looking for the spam again. They're coming in with the Reaper all this fight. They have to be wary. Every game that they played today, pretty much every fight has been lost to a Reaper ult. We're looking for a counter to this Reaper ult. You have the Sigma abilities, you have the Baptiste Immortality, you had the Mei freeze. Mei is on her own kind of. Sigma is looking for these very forward plays, not using the shield to protect his team, but rather to protect himself. Farah's coming from the side. Sigma is not in position to help his team. He gets boot back to his team. Immortality comes out. Freeze comes out. Barrage from the top. Manages to kill everything. They didn't have preparation for the barrage because the Sigma was so far away from the team. They didn't have a counter, but everyone is respawning at the same time, although they can't touch the point. Very unfortunate. Good tries from the red team. I'll give them a round of applause. Just kidding. That was one clap. Not quite a round of applause, but in fact a point of applause. A single clap. Good attempt from the red team. They just didn't have the preparation for the DPS ults. Now, frankly, the Farah did charge her ult very fast. It was quite unexpected. I think they were prepared for the Reaper ult. They did manage to counter the Reaper ult. They had the very good Blizzard coming through to counter the Reaper ult, but they weren't ready for the Mei ult, or for the Farah ult. If they were able to freeze the Reaper while the Sigma just simply put his shield in the general direction of the Farah, I think they would have won that fight. Difficult to say, but I think they were playing that pretty darn well. Red team coming out on the attack this time. Let's see what they're going to run. Are they deciding to go for the Rhine Zarya this time? We have Carbon the Sigma running the ball. Sigma Sombra Farah. Very interesting decisions. Are they going to stick with this Brigida? I really don't think they should stick with this Brigida, but it is obviously entirely up to them. They are definitely going for the Baptiste. I like seeing the switch. Going to be interesting to see how this Sigma Baptiste is gonna, or Sigma Ball is gonna work. We haven't seen any Sigma from Carp today, but I definitely think he can pull it off. He's shown some promising things in the past. Let's see how this works out. Some are going in for the scouting. 15 seconds in the game, mind you. They can see the team comp. They're all in one place. They're just running bunker. They have the Pharmacy coming from the top, looking for the spam. If the Farah can pick the Junkrat or the Reaper here, this could be huge. Farah is missing the rockets on the Junkrat, shooting instead of the Orisa. The Junkrat can die here. Junkrat dies, although the Sombra dies to the Reaper 1v1. Daze now on the Moira, managing to kill the Mercy. Very interesting plays. Ball is in the backline. Sigma's looking for a shift, eating everything up that he can. Immortality comes out, giving me the line. Big boop from Winter. But Carp steals the kills with the melee. It's just Aku left on point versus a Farah. Manages to get 3 kills, actually! Reaper coming in with the clutch plays, but does still die in the end. Very unfortunate. Tryhiden swapping to the McCree. We are also seeing Daze on the support here. We previously saw him on the Roadhog. We are now seeing him on the Moira. He did manage to kill a Mercy, so we could be seeing good things from Daze here. It seemed like this comp did work. Winter with a big boot, but are they going to be able to do the same thing when there are no environmental kills to be had? That is a very interesting question. Looks like they got both shields up. They're bunkering up tough. They don't have Sombra EMP yet. Honestly, instead of saying invisible, he should be farming EMP. It is a game-winning ultimate against Bunker, but instead he is opting to look at them menacingly. Very interesting plays coming in from the Sombra. The Rock shield up. Sombra's coming in from the back line, shooting everything, teleports out, is gone way off the map now. It's a 5v6. Baptiste Doll comes out, Immortality comes out, blue team is on point. The pull comes through, Immortality comes out, managed to keep red team, but the Reaper comes in with the ult after the Immortality, manages to clean up the team. He sees the Immortality come out early, and Aku says, this is free real estate. He walks right in, he presses Q, he eats the team alive. If only there were a Sigma to eat the ult, or a possible Sombra to hack the ult, we could see these abilities coming through. We will see how this happens to play out. Looks like they're coming up in the EMP. They are going to have EMP Flux. This could be game-winning. The Kree is sounding the Sombra very good from the Kree. Tryhiden actually. Tryhiden manages to kill the Sombra. I'm telling you, the Tryhiden McCree is absolutely dominating. Looks like they're running with the Rhine Sigma with Carp on Sigma. Really interesting considering Carp's Rhine is one of the best in the league, but they decide to run him on the Sigma instead because they have the ult probably. They're looking for the EMP Flux ult. If they can combo these together, well, then they can kill everything. Tryhiden is going to have the High Noon this fight. Looking for High Noon from the side. We're going to see how this plays out. EMP comes in, manages to get a couple people. High Noon coming in from the back. They still manage to get 3 kills. The shield comes out. High Noon doesn't get anything. Red team is cleaning up. Tryhiden does manage to kill Cranstar on the Reaper, but Kray's on the left. He might be able to get the Sombra here. He doesn't, though. Sombra cleans up the Reaper. Moira Colossus can't get to point. Very well done by the red team. Very well played. The EMP Flux was a key play that came in there. Very well done by the red team. Good comboing ults there. Good playing together. Overall, I think we saw some really good plays from both teams. I think here's my suggestion here. I'm gonna turn down the team. All right, here are my suggestions. I think red team needs to start thinking about how they can counter a Reaper in the backline. I think they need to realize that they need a DPS to be helping the people in the backline, or they need a tank to be ready, like Sigma, to protect the people. When you have like an off tank, one of the off tank's best jobs is that he can peel for people. So whether you're playing the Roadhog, the Sigma, or even the Zarya, you can be protecting people in the backline with the shield or the eat. Another thing is playing with the tanks together is really important. Playing with the tanks across the map is definitely a difficult thing to pull off. But it seems like they were dominating the scrim, which is pretty good. Aku on the Reaper was absolutely phenomenal. Shrani on the Mei was really, really good, especially on Hanamura, pulling and coming in with the clutch plays. Winter with some really nice Sigma ults. I love seeing Carp on the Reinhardt. Really good to see again. Tryhiden on the McCree, absolutely phenomenal. Doesn't play any other heroes, but the McCree was absolutely phenomenal. Carried a lot of fights. Dead Baker and Daze both playing tank and support. Seems like they are definitely switching some things up. Overall, a very good scrim to watch. It was very fun, and I hope to watch them again. I'm excited to see what Red Team has to bring, and what Red Team has to offer for this season of whatever tournament they're playing in next.